Welcome to another tutorial for TE2 Assignment 1 Year 3. Okay, so let's first look at your proposed pitch idea for your business, okay? So I'm going to use my example first. My example is the nasi lemak stand, the plans for it, okay? So the ingredients, this is my estimated cost. That means how much I guess that I will spend for the ingredients and also how much I will spend for the tools. Okay. And this one is roughly how much I want to set the price for the nasi lemak. You can set it higher or lower, depends on you, because it wants to make sure that you are going to hit your target profit. And also you're going to mention how many packet of nasi lemak you're going to sell. And then the last slide is going to show what is the presentation of your product. Okay, for mine, my nasi lemak is going to look like this. Okay, so let's create a profit tracking system using Excel. So go here, let's find Excel, open. Now we're going to choose blank workbook and I'm going to maximize. So first and foremost, right here at A1 until E1, we're gonna merge cells right here. Okay, so we're gonna select A1 until E1, merge center. Okay, now right here we're gonna type total expenses. Okay, then select everything. We're gonna make the font slightly bigger. Okay, now can you see sheet 1 right here? It's gonna be total expenses. Okay, done. Now we're gonna add another sheet. Okay, we're gonna call it total sales. And right here, we're gonna create another sheet called overall. Okay, now let's go back to total expenses again. At A3, we're gonna type number. B3, we're gonna type items. C3 is gonna be cost per unit. D3 is gonna be quantity. And E3 is gonna be total cost. So right now, okay, I'm gonna just adjust the cell size because they're a bit small. Okay, now we are going to type all the items that you are spending. Okay, that is on your PowerPoint slide, which is your ingredients and tools and materials. This is the amount of money you're gonna spend. Okay, so I'm gonna type all of this in. And I'm gonna fast forward. All right. Okay, now I have keyed in everything from my slides right here, okay, in total expenses. So I'm going to highlight from C4 until C21, and I'm going to go to general at the arrow here. Okay, I'm going to switch it to currency. Okay, so here will be currency. I'm also going to select from E4 until E21. It's going to be currency as well. Okay. So what happened is now we're going to calculate the total cost. Okay. So we're going to click on E4 equal. Then we're going to choose the cell C4 multiply D4. And then when you press enter, it will come out the price. So right now, let's click back on E4. And if you can see the little knob right here, the square knob at the bottom corner right here, when you move your mouse, it turns into a black plus sign. So once it turns into a black plus sign, start clicking and dragging all the way down until E21. Now you can see all the price right here, correct? Okay, now what you're going to do. So what you're going to do right here is we're going to merge the cell from A22 until D22, okay? So we're going to merge this cell together, and we're going to double click here and type total expenses. Okay, now we're going to add all of this together. In your previous years, you learned how to add the cells one by one. We're not going to do that, okay? So we're going to click here, right? And then we're going to click the sigma button, okay? It looks like a E symbol right here. When we click that, okay, it's going to sum up everything. So press enter, and now it's going to have the total expenses. That means how much you have spent for your business, okay? Now, we're going to highlight from A3 all the way up to E22. And then we're going to put a border. Okay, we're going to choose all borders. Okay? Now, if you want to make things more obvious, you can always click on the row 22 right here. Click here. Let's make the font bigger. Now it looks much more clearer already on how much you spend for your business. Okay, now let's go to total sales. All right, go to total sales. We are going to merge cells again from A1 until G1. Okay, A1 until G1, merge. And then we're going to name this cell total sales dash dash target sales 200 nasi lemak, let's say. That's just my business. I know I'm being overly ambitious, but this is just an example, okay? Now, so let me make the rows bigger. Okay, now the next thing you got to do, okay, we're gonna add the column names this time. So at A3, starting at A3, gonna put number, customer name, cashier, item, price per unit, quantity, total price. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust a bit. Cashier, item, price per unit, quantity, total price. Okay, now let's say, for example, okay, I'm gonna put the numbers right here, okay, 1, 2. Now I'm gonna select 1 and 2 together, and then I'm gonna copy down, and if you notice, the numbers are running. That means it will keep on increasing, correct? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, let's say you have your first customer, okay, Sarah, and you are the cashier. Unless you hire another cashier, that's a different story. Then your expenses will be higher, okay? If you're running a small business, maybe you are your own cashier as well. Okay, the item is nasi lemak. Okay, I'm only selling one item, which is nasi lemak. Let's say if you're selling baked goods, maybe you want to sell croissants, muffins, certain bread, then that will be a different story. Okay, the price for the nasi lemak, I set it to 2 ringgit. Let's say Sarah bought 10 nasi lemak from me. Okay, now what we're gonna do is, okay, I'm gonna do a border first. Okay, just right below row 34, or just right at row 34 right here. We're gonna put a border. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna highlight or select E4 until E33, and then I'm gonna change it to currency as well. So it'll be 2 ringgit. Now total price, I'm also gonna do the same. I'm gonna highlight all the way up to G34. Okay, then gonna change the currency. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, okay, Sarah here bought 10 nasi lemak from me, and each nasi lemak cost 2 ringgit. So we're gonna do a formula right here like we did just now. Equal. Now we select E4 multiply by F4. So 2 ringgit multiply 10 equals 20 ringgit. So we can drag down all the way to G33. Okay? Now, what we're gonna do is, okay, let's say you got all your customers already. Let's say you hit your target sales. Okay? So, let's say right here, Farah. Okay. The cashier is gonna be the same, so I'm gonna do the same cashier all the way down. It's gonna be the same item because I'm only selling one item. If you're selling more, please state, and it'll be a different price. Okay, I'm gonna pull it down all the way down so it's easier. Okay, let's say your target sales is 200 nasi lemak, right? Right now, okay, we're gonna do here, click sum. Okay, sum, we're gonna select all of the sales right here and enter. So right now you only made 10 sales, and this one we need to sum as well. Sum, enter. Okay, so right now you only made 20 ringgit. Initially on my slide it says I need to make a 100 ringgit profit, but this one only you get back 20 ringgit and you spend a lot more than that. Okay, so let's say Farah bought 20 nasi lemak from me. So right now I made 30 sales. Let's say I'm very lucky. Okay, very lucky. Jacob came to my stall. Okay, he bought 150 nasi lemak from me. Okay, so he paid me 300 right here. See, now I need another 20 more sales. Let's say, okay, we have another person, Aiden. He bought 20. So altogether I made 400 ringgit and 200 sales. Okay, but I spend this much, so I'm not earning any money. So what I'm going to do is, let's say in your slide, let's say you put 2 ringgit, maybe you're not earning enough money right here. You can change it to 4 ringgit, let's say. Okay, let's change the nasi lemak price to 4 ringgit. I'm gonna drag it all the way down. So you make 800 right here. Okay, later I'll show you how to calculate the profit. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight, okay, A34 until E34 and then merge together. And double click here, I'm gonna name it as total sales. And then I'm gonna click on row 34, click on 34 right here. And then I'm gonna make the words bigger. Okay, so now you can see the sales. Now let's go to overall this time. Okay, let's go to overall, which is the last part. Okay, So I'm gonna type here total expenses, total sales, and then profit. Okay, let's make the word slightly bigger. I'm gonna select all of the cells. So when I click here, then I click here, then I can make everything bigger. Okay, and I'm gonna adjust the B column so it'll be bigger. So now right here I'm gonna select C2 until C4, and I'm gonna change it to currency as well. So right here I'm gonna press equal, go to total expenses, select E22, then press enter. So now it completely copy the total expenses I got over there. Now go to C3, equal, total sales, click at G33. Okay, then press enter, got 800. So how do we calculate profit? Okay, right here the formula is equal C3 minus C2. So you got an extra 380 ringgit 50 cents right here. Okay, this is how much you make for your profit in one day. So let's put a border. Okay, if you want to put color, you can. Let's say I select B2 and C2. I'm going to change it to green. And I choose B3 and C3. I'm going to change it to yellow. Okay, now we have all of it right here. Now let's add a bar graph. Okay, so we're going to select from B2 until C3. Click Insert, Recommended Charts, go to All Charts. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now you can go to bar, you can choose this one, or you can go to column and choose this one, because we want to compare the expenses and the sales. Okay, so let's go to, okay, I'm going to choose bar. I'm going to choose, maybe I choose column, much better. Okay, here, and then click OK. And then the chart title, I'm going to name it as comparison of total sales and total expenses. Okay, because we want to compare which one is higher. So it says right here, the orange one is total sales, the blue one is total expenses. Okay, let's click and go all the way here. Okay, now once you have finished all three of your sheets, okay, now what you can do is go to File, Save, Browse, go to Documents. Okay, remember, go to Documents, double click on your name and class. You're gonna name it as TE2 A1, your name and your class. Okay, then once you are done, press Save, and you are done. Okay, you may close. That is all.